Thank you for joining me this fine Monday evening. I am currently tracking a very dangerous storm for Wednesday. The storm will start to materialize tomorrow evening, however, it will not take shape until Wednesday morning. Wednesday afternoon, there's going to be a raging blizzard across South Dakota and parts of Minnesota, and there's going to be a threat of severe weather and also high heat in Kansas. Temperatures reaching into the low 90s. Just check this out. Right here. Just check this out. 90s in Kansas and going down into Oklahoma. So this is unusually high temperatures. And just to the north, very cold temperatures. So this very sharp contrast between heat and cold will trigger some very dangerous thunderstorms in Kansas. There is going to be a threat of tornadoes in east central Kansas and central Kansas, and even extending into the southeast part of Nebraska and parts of Missouri. There will be severe weather. So a tornado outbreak cannot be ruled out, especially in this area. But to the north is going to be a raging blizzard with snowfall rates of 1 to 2 inches per hour with total accumulation of up to 2 feet, if not more in some local areas. So just check this out. I mean, look at this. This is showing excess of 2 feet of snow. The NAM, on the other hand, is showing something slightly different. So this is when the heaviest is going to come in. Hour 33 is when it's going to start taking shape. Wednesday morning. By Wednesday afternoon, this is basically when the severe weather is going to start taking shape. And then you're going to have a squall line. However, the tornado threat will largely dissipate by then. So let's look at the precipitation. So this is when the heaviest is going to happen, or it's going to start taking shape. So you can see it's going to happen again. So it's just going to linger. You're going to have at least a 24-hour event. So hour 36. Let's go to hour 72. Still, you're going to have lingering precip. So looking at surface temperatures, it's already sub-freezing temperatures. Already you're going to be having snow by this time. I'm expecting anywhere from 2 to 3 feet of snow. Up to 4 feet possible here. Well, 3 feet. I'm expecting up to 3 feet of snow. And let's check this out. Yep, 3 feet. Look at that. Oh, wow, 40 inches. Darn, that's a lot. So this is going to be a historic storm. Let's go to National Weather Service, nws.weather.gov. Yeah, look at this. A huge, huge winter storm watch here. Just a large-scale winter storm watch. Let's check what they're saying. I mean, winter storm watch. Let's click on this and see what they're saying. Alrighty, they're forecasting 10 to 19 inches of snow. So blizzard conditions possible. Wow. So that is very unusual for April of all months to get a blizzard this extreme this time of year. I mean, look at this. Total snow accumulations of a foot or more possible. That's even more extreme. High of 33. Areas of blowing snow and breezy. Just extreme rain and wind for Wednesday. Wednesday night, rain, snow, and patchy blowing snow. So this is, you're going to have rain changing over to snow, and you're going to have blowing snow. So heavy snow and blowing snow. So all-out blizzard for Thursday. So this storm is going to be Wednesday and into Thursday. This is going to be an extremely dangerous situation. Now let's look into to parts of Minnesota now. Let's see how much they're forecasting. 1 to 2 inches an hour. So how much are they forecasting? It's 10 to 20 inches of snow and ice accumulation possible with gusts of 55 miles per hour. This is going to be an extremely dangerous situation. This is probably once in a century storm, especially for this time of year. You will never have a storm like this again for a very long time, especially this time of year. This is April. This is not January. This is not even February or even March, but this is April. That's how extreme this is. You're also having some snow in Maine, you know. I mean, this is very unusual considering New York City has missed almost every storm this year. Every storm has been going to our south, to our north. I mean, this winter has just been awful for New York. But the Midwest, the Great Plains, the Northeast, even the Mid-Atlantic and the South have been getting just clobbered with snow, except New York. Unbelievable. Yeah. Even Maine is getting clobbered with a lot of snow. So you're having this very negative NAO, I can presume. Let's check the North Atlantic Oscillation right now. I can imagine it's very negative. Yeah, it's dipping. It's definitely dipping. But it was negative. It was positive all winter. It's why we didn't get any snow. I mean, if it was negative like this for most of the winter, we would have been clobbered with snow. But now it's going negative. Right when the snowy season has ended. So, yeah. Alrighty, so let's look at the 18Z GFS, even though it's not the most up-to-date or accurate because of how the balloon launches are done. But let's look at it. You know what? It's taking too long. Alrighty, let's look at the GFS. So there's a cold air loft. See, the storm is producing and it's pulling down its own cold air. So that's really impressive. So another, really powerful storm going into Kansas. 977. It might be another record low for Kansas. Look at this. Just incredible. So total of accumulated precip. Let's look at the snowfall. Upwards of 2 feet of snow. So you see that dark blue coloring there? That's close to 2 feet. Yeah, so yeah. Just another crazy event. One after another. It's like this winter just doesn't want to end, for most of this country, excluding the Northeast. Let's look at the European. Let's look at ensembles now. So yeah, looks like not a lot of snow. Wow, that's just gonna be an incredible storm. And look at all this snow. It's just incredible. It's almost 72 hours of snow. Look at that. Wow. That is upwards of 3 feet. So yeah, so 2 to 3 feet of snow is possible. So anywhere from 2 to up to 3 feet is possible. So I mean, let's look at the other models. Let's look at the Canadian, see what they're showing. Yep, 32 inches of snow. So anywhere from 2 to 3 feet of snow. Incredible for South Dakota. So they're already dealing with a lot of flooding, and this is just going to exacerbate the situation. Because once all the snow melts, you're going to have a lot of flooding down the Mississippi River. It's going to get really bad. I mean, look at all the snow that's going to fall over the Mississippi River. It's it's going to really cause more flooding, especially when all this melts. This might be the worst year ever for flooding. This might even be worse than '93. Yeah, possible snowstorm it's showing. Okay, looking at the nav gem. Well, this is showing the exact opposite of a snowstorm. This is showing very warm temperatures. Alrighty. So let's look at the icon. So there's a snowstorm coming in. So you're gonna have snow starting to fall now. So wow, just incredible. It's possible some thunder shower activity tomorrow with this thing coming through, but unlikely. Oh yeah, look at that. Thunderstorm activity tomorrow. Let's look at regions. This is looking at tomorrow for the Northeast. Thunderstorms are possible tomorrow. Let's check. PM rain. High 56 with east-southeast winds. I mean, that might keep down some of the instability, but check those storms out tomorrow. Hailers, according to the NAM. I mean, those are hailers. See how cold air left is going to be? Those are hailers coming in, falling apart as soon as they hit New York City. I mean, here's the thing. Let's look at surface temperatures. Ah, yes, that's definitely going to keep down the instability. If you like thunderstorms, that is definitely something you do not want to see tomorrow. That's something you definitely do not want to see. However, let's go back now and look at the storm for tomorrow. Let's look at that mega storm for tomorrow. Wow. Yeah, that's quite a bit of snow. Let's look at total precipitation accumulation. And I'll say that is about, let's say, anywhere from 1 to 2 feet, according to this run. Let's look at the true SLR, snowfall liquid ratio, which is the 10-to-1 snowfall water ratio. That's what I mean when they say true. So I'll say between a foot and about 2 feet. Yeah, this is taking quite a bit of while to load. You have to click it like 4 times before it works. Yep. This is looking at for tomorrow. So today was actually very warm in New York City. So maybe the backdoor front will not come in tomorrow. Because if it doesn't, if the backdoor front shifts a little further east and New York City stays in the 60s, good chance of some pretty intense thunderstorms tomorrow. There's those thunderstorms for tomorrow. Looks like a squall line coming in north of us. Seems to be like a squall line. Doesn't look to be a single cell. It looks to be more like a squall line coming in. Let's look at simulated reflectivity. Yep, definitely a squall line. And if we... looks to be pretty intense. Some pretty intense thunderstorms tomorrow. So... southeast winds coming in. Wow, there might even be some shear. Let's check this shear out. Let's look at the Cape. Well, I want to look at the other Cape indexes. Yep, there we go. Seems to be like the Cape area. This is looking at the 18Z. I mean, at the midnight run. Looks like they will weaken as they hit the city because of the cooler air at the surface. So let's see what it looks like for tomorrow. You'll have some thunderstorms coming in for tomorrow. So you have a bit of a low. I mean, yeah, so some rumblers should come through tomorrow afternoon. Doesn't seem to be severe though. Let's look at the radar for New York City right now. And it looks to be that precipitation is staying to the south. I can already tell. So there's nothing to look at there. So blizzards should develop across South Dakota and into Missouri, into parts of northern Nebraska. So my forecast is between 1 and 2 feet of snow, because the global ensemble forecasts have been forecasting the GEFS. Wow, is showing up to 3 feet. This is showing closer to 2 feet. So I would say some areas might get up to 3 feet of snow. And now we're going to change gears and look at some earthquake activity. Nothing really impressive yet. However, there's been some pretty strong earthquake activity, but though nothing unusual. Look at that. There's been an earthquake near this caldera, but a very deep one, just in the past 40 minutes, a 4.9. Just 52 kilometers south-southwest of Solov Vanuatu, which is this island right here. This is Gaua caldera right there. You know, you can actually tell this is a caldera. Lake Litas is actually a caldera lake. Yep, it's a caldera. I believe it is a caldera lake. Yep, Mount Garrett. So this is actually a caldera lake. There's Lake in Vanuatu. Yep, it is a crater lake. So actually, this is actually a Soma-type caldera. This is a volcano within a caldera. So this is a Soma-type volcano with a volcano within a caldera. So it's like Mount Vesuvius. Why is it called a Soma-type? Because Mount Vesuvius is within Mount Soma, which is the previous Vesuvius volcano that blew itself apart. In the new volcano, which is what we know as Mount Vesuvius, grew inside of the Soma caldera. Mount Garat. It is a Soma-type volcano. Huh, I don't know why it doesn't. Alrighty, I'm gonna do some editing right now, actually. Yeah, so you could see me. Make sure I'm not doing anything wrong here. Okay. This is Soma. There's actually one in Vanuatu. I don't know. Yes. So what about Mount Garat in Oceania? So we have to make one for Oceania then, because that is definitely a Soma-type volcano. I'm gonna edit this as well. Let's copy this. Some editing here. Oceania. Alrighty. So you're seeing me doing my editing work. Pause this for now. My work is done. I did the correct editing. I'm still editing the other stuff. So I'm just gonna publish this. Yep. It's a crater lake. So you can see it's a Soma-type volcano with Lake Latas. So this is the caldera right here, and this is a new crater that's forming, new volcano that's forming inside the caldera. So it is a Soma-type stratovolcano. So like Mount Vesuvius. So I did correct editing. And now I just, so see, I did this here. See that? Now I'm gonna set it. Boom. Alrighty. Let's see. I did all my work here is done. Alrighty. Earthquake there was at 210 kilometers. Let's look at American Samoa. Oh, looks like there's two quakes now. 5.2, 5.1 looks like a strike slip. Even though this is a subduction zone, I believe there's also been a strike slip here. So you're having some, I believe, actually this is what is that island right there? Doesn't look like to be. So there you go. You're having Tonga volcano. Let's see if there's any volcanoes near Tonga. Yes, I use Ecosia because I want to help. Let's see. Last eruption was 1979. Submarine volcano. Submarine volcano. It's a stratovolcano? Doesn't look like a stratovolcano to me at all. Maybe that's it there. Oh yeah. Let's see the highest peak. 1960. Tufua caldera. Yep. Part of that last eruption was 2004 to 2013. So, yep. So it's formed by subduction. Process of subduction. Same subduction zone that forms New Zealand, and it's in the Taupo volcanic zone and Lake Taupo caldera. I don't think that volcano is going to run for a very long time. It last erupted 1,000 years ago. So yes, the Taupo supervolcano recently erupted in human history. Yes, the Taupo volcano last erupted, I believe, 1,000 years ago. See? The Hetepe eruption. So you had the big explosion. So the Hetepe one was about, I would say, a VI7. Yes, the Hetepe eruption was 180 AD. Ultraplanian VI7. But at that time, there was no humans living on the island. During the event, it was assumed that the eruption can be dated to exactly 186 AD and coincided with the meteorological phenomenon described by Fan Yi in Han China and in the Roman Empire. So wow, this is not questioned. Humans had not settled in New Zealand at the time of the eruption, but not for 1,000 more years. Wow. Yeah, oh, that's what I wanted to see. Atera.
Aotearoa. Aotearoa.
So the island of Aotearoa, Atera. So yes. So the Maori settled New Zealand around the 1500s, about the same time as. So they settled history. Yeah, around the 13th, around the late 13th or 14th century, 1300. Isolation until 19th century. Wow, that's great. So of course, we want quite a journey today from weather to volcanic activity to New Zealand history at a brief moment there. So where is Lake Taupo? That's actually right here. That's Taupo Lake. That's a Taupo caldera right there. That's the caldera right here. Most people think it's not a caldera because it's shaped so irregularly, but actually it is a caldera. Even Lake uh, Rotoria, Rotaria is actually a caldera as well. Yep, Lake Rotaria is also a caldera. It's also volcanic in nature. Well, actually, it's a natural lake. Maybe it's not volcanic. No. It's in a graben. So the last eruption was in 2012. This volcano hasn't erupted since 1977. It's part of the Taupo volcanic zone, which is caused by subduction. And Rafio has not erupted since 2007. So these are all active volcanoes. Well, 2016 warnings. 40 degrees Celsius. Yellow. That's in Lahar. Oh wow. So there's no eruption since 2007. And the 2007 eruption wasn't really an eruption. It was actually a hydrothermal eruption, which means it was caused by the water pressure. So its last volcanic eruption was actually and it was in 2006. Yeah, so you had a pretty good eruption in 1945, 1990. So every 50 years it has some bigger eruptions. Alrighty, let's see. So it's a Taupo volcanic zone. This is actually looking south to north. So this is actually looking south. This is actually looking north. Wow, that's pretty impressive. Well, thanks for watching. Have a good night.